Good morning and welcome, dear students. Today I am going to start second chapter, The Address. It is written by Marga Minko. This is the second lesson of your book Vistas. So before starting the chapter, I am giving you essence of the story. The introduction. The Address is a moving, heart-touching story which is written by Marga Minko. During World War II, Germany invaded Holland. A woman with her daughter has to flee from her home. The mother dies. So many people, they became victims of the war. And the worst sufferer of the war is the narrator of this story, because she lost everything. She lost her parents and her mother dies in war. Long after the war, daughter comes back to her town. She meets the woman with whom her mother had left all her belongings. The woman even refuses to recognize her, nor does she show any intention of returning the things she has in her possession. The narrator gives up the idea of getting them back again. She decided to leave all of them behind, and the narrator now resolves to forget the address where those belongings lie in unpleasant surroundings. So dear students, see the introductory part. This story, short story, is a poignant account, very heart-touching and moving, of a daughter who is the narrator of this story, who goes in search of her mother's belongings after the war in Holland. War was going on between Germany and Holland. When she finds them, the objects evoke memories of her earlier life. However, she decides to leave them all behind and resolves to move on. So, dear students, narrator, she is daughter of Mrs. S. She went to number 46 Marconi Street to meet Mrs. Darling. Mrs. Darling was her mother's acquaintance. She was familiar of her mother when her mother alive. But narrator is the worst sufferer. She is the victim of the war. So in what manner that lady behaved with her, I will tell you. Marga Minko's short story, The Address, is divided into pre-war and post-war times. वॉर से पहले का टाइम और वॉर के बाद. Actually, the story begins with the narrator who visited 46 Marconi Street to meet Mrs. Darling. She comes back to her town after the war. Her mother is dead now. She goes there in search of her mother's belongings. Mrs. Darling had taken them away to keep them safe and intact. So pay attention. Do you still know me? I asked. The woman looked at me searchingly. She had opened the door a chink. I came closer and stood on the step. The opening lines shows the narrator's visit at 46 Marconi Street. She went there to meet Mrs. Darling. Narrator is a young girl. She is the daughter of Mrs. S. Her mother, Mrs. S., is no more in this world. Narrator is the worst sufferer of the war that shook Holland for years. She loses not only all the precious articles and belongings, but also their true owner, it means her mother. The war proves to be a personal disaster for the narrator. Her mother dies. Before leaving the town, her mother hands over all her valuable articles to Mrs. Darling. She assures to keep them in safe custody. Before dying, the mother gives the address of Mrs. Darling to her daughter. The narrator goes there in search of her mother's belongings to recover them from Mrs. Darling. Mrs. S. was the mother of the narrator. The war in Holland proved to be a disaster for her. She was forced to part with all her precious and nice belongings. Students, when narrator visited at number 46 in Marconi Street, narrator was the daughter of Mrs. S. She pressed the bell. A woman opened the door. She looked at the newcomer searchingly. See the line? She was Mrs. Darling. Narrator introduced herself. Woman's face showed absolutely no sign of recognition. She refused to recognize her. She kept staring. Sorry for interruption. She kept staring at her. In silence, the girl had once seen the woman years ago. She realized perhaps she had rung the wrong bell, but soon her doubt was set to rest. Woman was wearing her mother's green knitted cardigan. She recognized her mother's cardigan. She was at the right place. Now see the line. Do you still know me? I asked. The woman looked at me searchingly. The woman here refers to Mrs. Darling, who was staring at narrator, who is daughter of Mrs. S. Searchingly, she had opened the door a chink. उसने पूरा डोर ओपन नहीं किया है, थोड़ा सा उसने जो है उसका हाफ पार्शली उसको ओपन करके इसको देखा है. आई केम क्लोजर एंड स्टूड अप ऑन द स्टेप. नो, आई डोंट नो यू. द वुमेन रिफ्यूज टू रिकॉग्नाइज हर. आई एम मिसेस एस डॉटर, शी टोल्ड. शी हेल्ड हर हैंड ऑन द डोर as though she wanted to prevent it opening any further, as she was just stopping her to enter inside. Her face gave absolutely no sign of recognition. She kept staring at me in silence. It means that woman, she was staring at the narrator in silence. Perhaps I was mistaken. Then the narrator realized that perhaps she had rung the wrong bell. It was wrong door. I thought perhaps it was not her. I had seen her only once. I refers to narrator. Narrator had seen the lady only once. Fleetingly, that was years ago. It was the time before war, when her mother alive. So she saw that lady only once. At that time she was very small. It was most probable I had rung the wrong bell. She had realized perhaps she had rung the wrong bell. The woman let go of the door, stepped to the side. She was wearing my mother's green knitted cardigan. The lady was wearing her mother's green knitted cardigan, which she had recognized. Wooden buttons were rather pale from washing. It was too much used because of too much washing. The wooden buttons, they became pale and faded. She saw that I was looking at the cardigan, half hid herself again behind the door. I knew now that I was right, because the narrator had recognized the cardigan of her mother. So now she was sure that she was at right place. Well, you knew my mother, I asked. Narrator asked the lady. The girl asked the woman if she still knew her. Have you come back? Said the woman. I thought that no one had come back. Darling replied she didn't. She stood there dumbfounded. Narrator then told her she was the daughter of Mrs. S. She was treating her in a very uncharitable manner, insensitive manner. She told, have you come back? उसने कहा तुम वापस आ गई. So she should not behave in such manner. I thought that no one had come back. How cruel and uncharitable remarks, she said. I thought no one had come back. मिसेस डॉर्लिंग ने कहा मुझे लगा कि कोई भी वापस नहीं आएगा. Only me. A door opened, closed in the passage behind her. Musty smell emerged. I regret I can't do anything for you. Mrs. S, the woman asked, have you come back? It was clear that she was not pleased to see the girl again. The girl replied that she was the only one who survived and came back. She was the only survivor of the war. The woman expressed regret she couldn't do anything for her. Narrator told her that she had come specially for her by train. She wanted to talk to her for a moment, but the lady showed her helplessness. She refused to talk. She was not ready to entertain the girl. Not only that, she refused to stop her outside. She could come at another time. So she pretended as she was very busy, and she told her that she would come at another time. She nodded, cautiously closed the door as though no one inside the house should be disturbed. I stood where I was on the step. Curtain in front of the bay window moved. Someone stared at me. Would then have asked what I wanted. Oh, nothing. Women would have said it was nothing. I looked at the nameplate again. Narrator saw the nameplate. Darling, it said. On the nameplate it was written Mrs. Darling in black letters on white enamel. On the gem, bit higher, the number 46. The number 46 Marconi Street, Mrs. Darling. So the nameplate, when she read nameplate, now she was sure that she was at right place. As I walked slowly back to the station, I thought about my mother who had given me the address years ago. Narrator, she was realizing, and she was very much disappointed. She started thinking about her mother who had given her the address years ago. It had been in the first half of the war. I was home for a few days. It struck me immediately something or other about the rooms had changed. I missed various things. My mother was surprised. I should have noticed so quickly. Then she told me about Mrs. Darling. I had never heard of her. Apparently she was an old acquaintance of my mother. Acquaintance means known or familiar, whom she had not seen for years. She had suddenly turned up, renewed their contact. Since then she had come regularly. So students, narrator got lost in her old memories. She thought about her mother. She had given her the address of Mrs. Darling years ago. Holland was war-stricken. It had been in the first half of the war. She remembered clearly how she came home for a few days. She noticed that various things in the house were missing. Her mother then told her about Mrs. Darling. She had never heard of her before. Clearly, Mrs. Darling must have been an old acquaintance of her mother. Suddenly, Mrs. Darling started coming regularly to their house. So, students, certainly the words, "Have you ever come back?" I said the woman, "I thought no one had come back." This statement gives some clue about the story. Certainly these words of Mrs. Darling to the narrator give some clue about the story. Even when the war was not in its full fury, Mrs. Darling visited Mrs. S. Narrator was Mrs. S.'s daughter. Mrs. Darling's visits were becoming quite frequent. She used to come and went away with one thing or the other. She went away with all the silver cutlery, all expensive household things with her. Narrator's mother had full faith on her. This is the time, pre-war time. So she had full faith on her. It means Mrs. Darling. Mrs. S, the narrator's mother, was now no longer in the world. She was dead now. When narrator went to 46 Marconi Street to meet Mrs. Darling, she went there in search of her mother's belongings. She rang the bell. Mrs. Darling came out. She was shocked and surprised to see a young lady standing there. She was Mrs. Darling. After the war, narrator came back to her town. She refused to recognize the girl. Girl reminded Mrs. Darling of her mother, but she uttered such cruel words, uncharitable, insensitive. "Have you come back? I thought no one would come." Naturally, Mrs. Darling didn't expect Mrs. S or her daughter to come back alive. She didn't ask her to come inside. Her behavior was cold and unfriendly. Mrs. Darling, very cruel, rude, turned the narrator away. She asked her to come at another time. So students, Mrs. S, who was the mother of the narrator, war in Holland proved to be disaster for her. She was forced to part with all her precious, nice belongings by Mrs. Darling. Mrs. Darling, who was her acquaintance, her neighbor, her familiar. So whenever Mrs. Darling used to come, she started exploiting her. She assured her that all things would remain safe with her. And whenever she used to come, she used to carry all expensive things with her by saying that your belongings would remain safe with me. But neither Mrs. S nor her daughter ever received them again. Poor lady couldn't survive the war. Mrs. Darling is some acquaintance of Mrs. S, mother of the narrator. She exploited Mrs. S' fear of the war. Herself insisted that Mrs. S should hand over all her nice things to her. they would remain safe even if they have to leave the place during the war. No, her behavior could not be justified. Neither does she entertain nor help the narrator when she went to meet. She even refused to recognize her. She made no effort to return those articles to the girl which once belongs to her mother. Dear students, as you are seeing the title, the address, Margot Minka has very aptly and logically titled her story, The Address. Whole story revolves around the address 46 Marconi Street, Holland. Narrator and her mother were victims of the war. Upheaval forced them to be wanderers. They had no permanent address worth the name. All the nice things were at number 46 Marconi Street. They aroused nostalgic feelings of former times, but their true owner was no more in the world. It means that narrator, when she saw all nice things of her mother, which belonged to her mother, which were associated with her mother, so she felt nostalgic. The narrator visited, but it was vain because the Mrs. Darling refused to recognize her. Mrs. Darling is cold, rude, inhuman, unfriendly, cruel, uncharitable, insensitive. Her behavior towards the narrator, it can't be justified. She even refused to recognize her. She didn't mention about the belongings of the narrator's mother. Narrator reminded her she was the daughter of Mrs. S. Still, Mrs. Darling regretted she could do nothing for her. She even refused to talk to her. So, dear students, the story will be continued. Keep watching all parts of the videos for better understanding. I hope you could understand the first part of the story, The Address. So it will be continued. Keep watching. Thank you. Have a nice day.